Namaste, my name is Nilima, and you are watching the Separate College podcast, a podcast which comes every Sunday on all digital platforms of Shepherd College. This is another beautiful day, and today we have a very special guest. But before giving introduction to our guest today, I would like to have a small request for you all. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch the video till the end. We have been making different podcasts with our students, with our alumni since few weeks. So we have different guests from different fields every week. So please do not miss out any of our podcast. Now, without wasting any further time, I would like to introduce our guest today. He is Mr. Siddharth Ghimire, Nepal's one of the top food blogger. He has been ruling Instagram, TikTok, and other social media platforms with his amazing food bloggings. Welcome, Siddharth ji. How are you doing, and how is this lockdown going on?
Thank you so much for that lovely introduction. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me again. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today. By the way, also not to forget, Siddharth ji is a student of Stafford College, which we all are
Yeah.
proud of. So Siddharthji, when did you think you want to be a food blogger? कहिले भयो हजुरलाई कि that you really want to do this भनेर?
So, okay, I think I started it 5 years back, I know, but then like it just started out of the blue. It was not something that I planned on doing or something because Nepal Matematica, there was no one to look up to. There was no any food bloggers or someone who has been doing blogging for that time period. So I think it just happened. I mean, I used to always go out and eat. My dad is also a chef, so I had this, like this scenario of always going out and eating and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, like I just kept continuously started posting pictures of the food that I eat. Like I always had that passion in photography. Okay? Well, again, I used to go out and click pictures and stuff like that. So why not even food? So I used to always click here and there. So I used to have plenty of photos on my phone. Okay? And I think I still remember. I think we were just eating with my friends at a restaurant, and then she suggested, and my friends suggested, like, why do you need to keep all those pictures on your phone? Why not just save some in a different platform, or like just keep it as your diary? And then the idea clicked. Okay, maybe I should do that. Maybe it'll be good for me as well. So that's how initially it started. It was for me, for my own journal. Like what I eat and what I post and stuff like that. So again, coming back to the point, त्यतिखेर थिएन कोही पनि food bloggers, and there were no one. So I think that clicked on people as well. This guy is doing something very different, keeping different restaurants go, because त्यतिखेर पनि अहिले पनि I don't eat at home. अब अहिले त लकडाउनमा obviously I have to eat at home, but then like we used to always go out from morning to night. It was always out here. So that's why I think I had that new restaurants details updates and all. So yeah, that's how it all started. Like the blogging started.
No doubtly, no doubt तपाईँको journey पनि एकदमै amazing भइरहेको छ. So
Yeah,
what
nice.
do you enjoy the most? Brainstorming what to prepare next or where to go? Might be अहिले जसरी तपाईँले आफ्नो घरमै prepare गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ foodहरू, preparing the food or taking beautiful videos or photos of it. What do you enjoy the most?
I mean, there's no particular thing that I enjoy about it because I think I grew up in this environment of food, okay? Because my dad being a chef and then he taking me out to restaurants, he taking me into new hotels and everything. So I was always into this environment, always into the surroundings of food. मलाई पहिलेदेखि पनि I knew यो होटलको chef को हो, or like new restaurants के आइरहेको छ marketमा and everything. So I mean, like I enjoy it thoroughly. There's not been a single day where I'm like tired or bored of it, doing blogging and stuff like that. But what do I enjoy the most out of all is I guess meeting people, because I've always loved like meeting people. And whenever I go to a restaurant, I always wanted to take out a story out of a restaurant. Yeah, why is that particular restaurant owner opening a restaurant, or like his passion about food. So I mean, I always do that, and I think that's the most I enjoy. Meeting new people every day, like sharing the ideas and then stuff like that, and all that story taking out into my blog. Then I think I enjoy that most. अब अहिले home cooking मा त honestly speaking, I've never entered into the kitchen doing seriously cooking and stuff like that. अहिले पनि अहिले साथै lockdown खुल्यो नि, it's been 3 4 days. I haven't been to the kitchen. It's just that whenever it's lockdown, whenever I have no any options, it's that particular time I am into the kitchen.
Exactly. हजुरले भन्नुभएको जसरी नै जसरी you love meeting people, listening to their
Yeah,
stories. portraying their stories with their food journey. So this is what makes you more, unique. अनि तपाईँको आइडियाजहरूलाई अझै यसले अझ ब्युटिफुल्ली पोर्ट्रे गर्न देखाउँछ जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई पनि.
Thank
So
you.
how long does it take to get perfect Instagram photo or video?
Like people get so surprised, whenever people see me blogging, or because again, I think I was always into this taking pictures and videographies and all also, and plus basis filmmaking I knew some camera work, I knew how to take angles, like that, because whenever you see food, it has to be pleasing to the eyes first. So I knew that technique before, like really the environment I used to always take pictures. And also I mean, like I do it very instant. There's no like like couple of minutes and taking angles and stuff. I always know. I don't know. It's just instant for me. It's not like I think the education that I was brought up like that helps me into that as well. Because doing my filmmaking studies, I mean, like I think I had a good time over there learning about techniques and all, how to take good pictures and angles and all. So yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't take time at all because people expect being a food blogger. Yeah, because because they do invite me over with promotions and all, and they're like, okay, I think you'll take a couple of times and all, like. But I don't. I seriously don't. Oh, yeah.
This is all because you have been doing this photography and त्यसपछि हजुरको फ्यामिलीदेखि नै यो फुडको जर्नी अलरेडी स्टार्ट
Hmm.
भएको भएर चाहिँ हजुरलाई गर्न लागेको.
Yeah.
So what do your friends and family think of your life as an influencer?
So this is pretty much funny incident because Malay, I didn't even reveal my identity. Okay? If you notice, Malay पहिला food blogging गर्दाखेरि I didn't even reveal my face at all. I think I still remember मैले 100K भएपछि मात्र मेरो face reveal गरेको थिएँ because यति pressure आयो मान्छेहरूबाट को and even like the brands that I work with, they also wanted to see my face. So that's how I revealed my face. पहिला त it was nobody knew who I was. Even my friends didn't know who I was. My friends used to DM me, used to text me on that page, but I didn't reveal them. And also my family. I didn't. I think my sisters knew, but then my mom and dad they had no idea about it. So त्यतिखेर चाहिँ I used to work for a different company गर्थेँ मैले. I had my own आफ्नै एउटा education consultancy थियो. So me and my friends used to work there, and then my mom and dad used to think I used to like earn from there, and then like I have a lifestyle of that. So that's how I balanced everything out, like कसलाई पनि भनेको पनि थिएन, and then 100K भएपछि and then few of my friends said, okay, now you have that much of followers, you have that much of like people. I think it's high time you show your face as well because brands they need to see face version. So particular I realized it and then I revealed my face, and that's how my mom and all from the cousins directly my cousins they found it out, and then yeah, I mean, like I think my dad is pretty much happy because I mean, like his friends and colleagues talks about him and all about my lifestyle and how I do blogging and all. So yeah, I mean, like it's pretty good. I mean, like it's pretty fun. Yeah.
कस्तो इन्ट्रेस्टिङ स्टोरी हजुरले भन्नुभएको लाइक एकदमै रमाइलो लाग्यो मलाई पनि सुनेर. सो जस्तो तपाईँले आफ्नो नेक्स्ट फुड के प्रिपेयर गर्ने ओर अब नेक्स्टमा कुन रेस्टुरेन्ट भिजिट गर्ने भनेर चाहिँ त्यो चाहिँ प्लानिङ कसरी गर्नुहुन्छ?
So how I do my planning is see पहिला initial days I was a very like whenever I love a restaurant I'm a very loyal customer. Okay? I used to go to that restaurant for freaking every day because I knew I wouldn't be disappointed because it was my favorite restaurant. So when I started blogging and I realized that people would be really tired of me going to that particular single restaurant every day and stuff like that. So now these days I try to visit different restaurants so that people get the content as well. But then I have to stay true to myself as well, because I can't just for the sake of cost people what they want. For example, more I don't prefer eating both. Like I don't prefer that much of local food in Kathmandu. So you'll see comments, where's local food? Please do that. So I can't lie to myself as well, like go and eat because obviously when I go and give reviews, I have to eat it, So there's a couple of things that it's my own ethics of doing food blogging, I guess. I have to stay to myself as well. So how I manage is, I think there's no any particular rules or like Kosoi Jansu or what kind of restaurants I look into. Kathmandu, every day there's a new restaurant coming up, every like the market it's booming right now. So I think also yeah, I think I have a good number of like hotel management friends. Yeah, they've studied hotel management, so they bring new ideas to me, or they bring यहाँ नयाँ रेस्टुरेन्ट खोलेको रहेछ. I mean, they know my taste, so they'll definitely recommend those good restaurants for me as well. And plus, I also get couple of invitations from good restaurants from here. So that's how I manage my schedule. And then, okay, this restaurant, yo cha bhane. But then again, coming back to the point that I said, I always go to my restaurant, my favorite restaurant. See, I don't blog about it, but then you'll see me in that my favorite restaurant. At least hafta ko tin char jodi you'll see me in that restaurant. Yeah. So yeah.
Very loyal to your work. Okay, so moving towards another question, which do you think is your signature dish that represents who you are, like your personality? कुन चाहिँ सिग्नेचर डिसले चाहिँ हजुरको पर्सनालिटी एकदमै झल्काउँछ जस्तो फिल हुन्छ हजुरलाई?
Oh, this is a very interesting question. Which dish with so my personality? A dish with my personality. I don't know like if it shows my personality or not, but then I was brought up eating spaghetti, isn't it? So and I also know how to cook it thoroughly. And all my friends and family love the way I cook it and all. So I think I've always used to, that was one particular food I was really good at. That's the only thing. Isn't it? I used to cook spaghetti with tomato sauce. So I think I was brought more, like I think I started cooking that when I passed my high school. So त्यहाँदेखिको journey up to now as well, people love my pasta whenever there's something pasta and pasta vanilla also. So I guess my friends and family, my personality, if you ask them, they would say it's through pasta. I guess I don't know about how it was my personality, but I think I'm quite good at making pastas. Yeah, that's one dish.
So, you are more into Nepali food or non-Nepali food?
Uh, I have to say non-Nepali food, I guess, because I was not because my entire life, like school life, hostelमा भयो, and then like used to have like options of eating and also like what kind of food you want to eat as well. And plus, म पनि as a person, I don't eat dal bhat regularly. Yeah, like if I have to eat Nepali food भनौँ न दाल भात नखाएको पनि भयो होला 3-4 महिना नै. Because I have my own plan of eating meal and all our way. Because obviously when you eat a lot, you have to even plan your diet. So with that as well, there's so many things. So I think I'm more inclined towards non-Nepali cuisine, I guess. But then of course, because I've realized, like because staying in Kathmandu and also brought up here in Kathmandu, मलाई पनि धेरै like authentic Nepali food थाहा रहेन छ क्या. Because I haven't explored that much of Nepali cuisine. So I think 2 years back, I started traveling outside Kathmandu, and then I was really shocked and surprised to see, like हाम्रो नेपालकै भनौँ न, also like even like religion, culture, different cuisines and all, like, and that people don't know. Because youngsters they have no idea about it. So I think when I started blogging that, I mean, like, I got so many lovely response out of it. Yeah, like like there was this very nice incident where even I don't know a food minister or somebody texted me saying, like you're doing quite good about what you're doing and all like that. So yeah, I think अब मलाई पनि यो भन्न चाहिँ नराम्रो लाग्यो कि like I'm more into non-Nepali food भनेर, but then also I think it's the environment that you have brought up. But I would suggest everyone to please explore because there's so many amazing Nepali cuisine in Parma that we don't know of, and yeah.
Since तपाईँले भन्नुभयो कि you have started exploring Nepali food भनेर, so naming few, what are your top 5 favorite Nepali dishes?
Oh God, I knew this question is going to give me a hard time. Of top 5 Nepali food. Okay, wait. I like that. Okay, right? So okay, wait, I'm so bad at names. The Dido. The way
Okay.
because it's a very unique style. I love that. I don't know how to eat it, but then I've always struggled eating deer because you have to swallow it. You can't chew deer and all. So I've always fancied deer. And I live in Gaon or whenever I'm traveling, that's the thing I always eat. And what's the other Nepali food that I love eating? Sel roti. I love sel roti as well. Like the hot ones. I love it. I don't like the next day ones. I like the fresh hot ones. And also the Newari, what do you call, Guaramari. And I mean it's a very local eatery as well. I made that during my lockdown, so I was really happy. So I love that Guaramari as well. And there's this thing called I'm like Kalikan village for ladies. Okay, it's okay. Roti, anarsa. It's called anarsa. It's a round roti anarsa. I love that as well. And then the other one would be, oh yeah, my like obsession is with gongi, the tharu food. I mean, like I love gongi. Like people, I think Mero follows it. They don't. I don't know. I get lots of criticism about gongi as well, but then I freaking love it. Malda gone. I've only had a couple of times. So yeah.
I didn't know ढिँडो चपाउनु हुँदैन भनेर चाहिँ मलाई पनि थाहा थिएन. Okay, so
Cheers,
moving
cheers to that.
yeah, moving to another question. How would you explain your journey from starting to till now in your food career?
The journey has been amazing because back in the days, even like people hardly knew what a food blogger was in Nepal, I guess, because even restaurants they had no idea because back in the days the food blogging but the culture in Nepal, like I didn't know of as well. And then early that Kiriko journey, like early situation, every whenever you open a restaurant, food bloggers are the top priorities, isn't it? So the journey has been amazing. There's so many people who were like, like the upcoming food bloggers, they've always asked me, and I've done few of those what you call classes on them outside Valley. They always ask keys of career, like is there a good career in food blogging or something? But I think there's a lovely career if you really want to seriously be a good food blogger. I think there's a wonderful career for you as well. Mero journeys has been amazing because again, Mary Bonine, I've always like meeting people, like discovering new things and all banana. So I think yeah, I mean the journey has been amazing. And then yeah, I mean, like, अझै राम्रो हुन्छ because I have so many ideas and plans for food blogging and all, because मैले सोचेको जस्तो कुराहरू अझै गर्न पाएको छैन because I have so many plans, अहिले पछि, I mean, like, there's things that I want to do as well. So because of the 2 years of lockdown, so I had completely nothing, so केही पनि भएन, plan भन्छ केही पनि भएन. So yeah, I mean, the journey has been amazing and अरू पनि नयाँ नयाँ कुराहरू हुँदैछ, so expecting wonderful things out of it.
Yes. So as you have huge following on your social media platforms, so how to grow Instagram and TikTok or other social media platform according to you, not only as a blogger but also as other professionals?
It's just I think you need to stay true to yourself, whatever you're doing, like whatever you're posting. Because okay, this is a very interesting story as well. When I started doing food blogging, पहिला I was such a mother because of food blogging or how to write or stuff. I used to randomly post pictures and all. And then पछि गएर okay, maybe I should write something about the restaurant as well. Then I was very crystal clear. Okay, if I like a restaurant, I used to say wonderful things about it, and if I don't like it, it was exactly the opposite. I used to write such a bad things about the restaurant. Then it was my personal review in them. I think that clicked to my followers, isn't it? That I'm very like, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. And within 6 months, I had like around, sorry, 20 to 30,000 followers. So that was a very surprising moment for me as well because mother time so I think if anyone wants to become, like grow their channels or something like that, I would definitely suggest to be true because I think that's what your followers will connect you to. Zani, that you're true to yourself. There might be thousands of food bloggers, but then if you are true and if you're telling the story, if you're doing blogging in a in a very nice and good manner, to out of thousand, one will shine or two will shine. Okay? So be true to yourself, be loyal. I think yeah, I mean, like, know what you're doing, I guess. Just following the trend, lazy now. And also, yeah, stay true to yourself. I think content wise, you need to have, like, like, एकदमै राम्रो content and true content. So.
Thank you so much for your wonderful answer. Just you have been also supporting restaurants अनि तपाईँले उहाँहरूको स्टोरीलाई कलेक्ट गरेर उहाँको फुड जर्नीलाई कलेक्ट गरेर पोर्ट्रे गर्नुहुन्छ in your platform. So how do you support
Mhm.
small food bloggers who really want to make their career in this field?
I think couple of years पहिला चाहिँ मैले like couple of years, like 2 3 years पहिला चाहिँ I used to really support food bloggers. Like if you see like few food bloggers, I've been supporting them for a long time. पहिलादेखि नै support चाहिँ गरिरहेको थिएँ. अहिले चाहिँ there's so many food bloggers that I can't keep up to. Okay? There's so many of them, like, and I see like lots of youngsters into food blogging and they're doing it in a different style, their own style, the young generations one. And I think the guidance because my style might be different and theirs will be completely different because of all the things and all. So again, Matan Zalipini, whenever there's a new food blogger and they message me, I always tell them, please put up your content first. Like भर्खरै 3-4 पोस्ट राखेर मात्र ग्रो हुँदै हुँदैन. You have to at least have, like 60, 70, 80, 90 contents. That's how that's how your style shows up to your followers. Okay? If you don't have content, if you just have 2-3 content, there's nothing for the followers to see and judge you. So when you have a couple of good like contents, then that's how I can also like see your style and judge, like, and that's how your followers can judge. So most of the daily ones. So I think पहिला चाहिँ at least take 2-3 months of your time blogging गर्दा you'll have some experience, and then that's how then you'll understand the style, and that's how you grow.
जस्तो तपाईँ यति वर्षदेखि नै सोसियल मिडियामा हुनुहुन्छ होइन, यु हेभ बिन रुलिङ सोसियल मिडिया, सो वाट आर योर थट्स अन प्रज एन्ड कन्स बिङ एक्सट्रिमली एक्टिभ इन सोसियल मिडिया? प्रज एन्ड कन्स के होला जस्तो लाग्छ हजुरलाई?
I mean, there's pros and cons to everything that you do, like you just can't skip it, I guess. जे पनि गर्दा पनि हुन्छ नै हुन्छ. Anything you do, there's things. So I think if you like भने नि, like if you enjoy doing what you're doing, there's so many benefits out of it. There's so many things you. So yeah, social media is like our Nepal matters. It's so toxic stuff because like I don't know. I don't have a valid like answer to that as well. But then there will be cons in social media. Because you have to constantly be active because there's people who are always seeking out. If you're talking about food blogging, then people always need new restaurants or new updates on anything. Like so you have to be active. But then yeah, I mean like there's benefits not so much, right? Because if you actually like doing something and if you're doing it, then beneficially you console. So, but then don't take it that seriously, I guess, because the prawns will overcome it eventually after a couple of years, and so you'll realize that has been very productive of what you're doing as well and all. So yeah, social media I'm a prawn, so there's so many because like there's so many Nepal okay, but never. मलाई चाहिँ फेरि मलाई चाहिँ I was a very shy person के पहिला चाहिँ अनि त्यही भएर पनि I didn't reveal my face भनौँ न because of food blogging as a how people will judge me if they see my face and stuff like that. So I was like that's why I didn't reveal my face हुन्छ नि अब and I was not ready for that as well. Okay, people to know me and all of that. So I mean for those who like to have this kind of lifestyle, I mean it's really really nice, like him to be called as an influencer and then to give good content of what you like doing and all. There's prawns. So yeah.
यदि पोजिटिभ साइड्स हेर्ने हो भने देयर आर सो मेनी प्रज, अनि त्यसपछि कुनै पनि चिजलाई कुनै पनि प्लेटफर्मलाई मिसयुज गर्न थाल्यो भने त अभियसली देयर आर मेनी मेनी कन्स होइन. सो नाउ
Exactly.
yes, turning the question into different direction, why and how did you join Shepherd College?
So Shepherd College, I think because I did my bachelor's in film studies, I had to pursue something in media, and plus मैले planning पनि त्यस्तै खालको थियो कि अब यो food blogging लाई I had to take into different like different steps and all. So the TV was something I was always interested at. Yeah, food blogging like अब मेरो food blogging was TV मा ल्याउने, and I had a couple of plans as well. So that's how I think this clicked on. Okay, I need to study media. I need to know a few things about media and all. So I looked into college and all, and then I found Shepherd, and that's how I got into Shepherd, I guess, because I've always wanted, to bring this my food blogging into TV or some other media platforms. So that's how I got into Shepherd, and then that's how I started.
Moving towards our very last question, any special tips that you would like to suggest to new food bloggers or any bloggers or aspiring leaders जसले चाहिँ आफू ग्रो हुनलाई एकदमै लाइक ट्राई गर्दै हुनुहुन्छ अनि तपाईँहरू जस्तो इन्फ्लुएन्सरलाई हेर्नुहुन्छ, सो एनी स्पेशल टिप्स that you would like to suggest them?
I mean, yeah, I guess, see, like there's so many people in the world, and सबै मान्छेको behavior, activities, plannings, same हुँदै हुँदैन. If somebody wants to do something, you will be different at something or the other. Like you, because अहिलेको के छ भने time, everyone's into social media, everyone's into phone. So whenever you see somebody, you want to be that person. Okay, I guess that's not good because then what's the point of you you being an influencer if you copy somebody else's or if you're doing somebody's already doing that activities. So I would suggest like know yourself first, know actually what you want to do, and then if you do that, I think people will find it out eventually. It might take 1 year, it might take 2 years, but then eventually as a followers, more it is a thousands, right? Because whenever I also follow somebody, I connect with them because like they're very different, they're very distinct, personal connection also, okay? So I guess for anyone who wants to grow into social media or any other platforms, that's the thing. I think for you to be, you have to be different, not different as in like, like just be yourself, but then make some different content as well. Yeah. Like, I don't think doing the same thing or, like, अब त मलाई त ब्लगिङ पनि it would be, I mean like सधैँ त्यो फोटो मात्र खिचेर पुग्दैन जस्तो लाग्छ because there's so many food bloggers out there, and then I think people have already like people are tired of that, yeah, like just looking at food हुन्छ नि. Now there'll be a time when that also needs to change because market नै त्यस्तै हो नि, and जेको पनि मार्केटमा त्यो पोलिसी नै युज हुन्छ. So I guess yeah, and those who actually love doing it, they can do it, yeah, because they know their ways, they know the technique of how to make it different and stuff like that, and eventually that person will, eventually that the followers will understand that person, and they'll, that's how they grow. So I think for anyone to grow on social media platforms, it's, you need to be different, you need to be loyal to what you're doing, and yeah, enjoy what you're doing.
I am the niche to the market. So they copy matra garna, you can never get success. I know. There's a saying that after true self find garna ko lagi, it might take 10 years, but
Exactly.
after 10 years, you best life ever vanilla.
True.
So we come to the end of today's podcast session. Thank you so much for your presence on our podcast. It was wonderful session with you. We always wish you good luck with what you have been doing and just keep on doing this great thing. So yes, we come to the end of today's podcast. Thank you everyone for joining us, for watching us till the end. Guys, please make sure to follow us on every social media, or even if you want us to talk on certain topics, and also you could suggest us in the comment section below. Thank you everyone. See you on next podcast with different amazing guests. Thanks,
Thank
Siddharji.
you for having me. Thank you so much. I had a wonderful time as well.